I'm back again, Geraldine Ryan-Lush, back to tell you about another book that I wrote, and I must say I really enjoyed writing it. It's called The Law-Breaking Adventures of Teacher Tabitha. And Teacher Tabitha was a very courageous, brave, adventurous young lady who one day decided she wanted to get away from it all. She was bored in Boring Town. And she wanted to take a trip on the tiny, noisy, super scary, super stinky rattletrap and go away to an isolated place to teach school. So she leaves Boring Town. And as you can see, she looks like she's all ready to go. She's good to go. And she got high hopes that she's going to have a great adventure in this isolated place. So we will see how well she does. I'm going to read a chapter from when she encounters a lot of different experiences here, different challenges, and some of the people she works with, and so on, and some of her pupils. For example, some of them are Madam Maud, the principal, who's impossible to deal with. She's quite the character. So she has to overcome all her restrictions and rules, and some of them pretty outdated. And she has to deal with pupils like Kimberly Grab-it-all, who's a thief who steals everything she can get her hands on. So she has to deal with her. And a bully Brutus. All these people are, these students present their own set of problems, but Teacher Tabitha has her own way of dealing with them. She has smarts, and she uses unconventional methods to bring these children to a successful resolution to their problems in school and their problems generally. So in that way, she's a very intelligent teacher. But it's not easy. So this book is a funny look at some of what teachers may have had to go through at one time, you know, and today as well. But so I'm going to read from. She had encountered many problems before she gets to bully Brutus. Just she thought she was getting somewhere and making some progress. Then she has to contend with the bully. So I'm going to read, hopefully that chapter. I hope. Maybe I won't, but we'll see. Every evening, Teacher Tabitha would trudge home with her stuffed briefcase and loads of papers to her big white house. She would flop in the fancy leather chair she hardly made a dent in because she was hardly ever there, rest for a little while, eat a hurried supper, then back to school again to prepare more work for the next day. At 10 p.m. that night, exhausted Teacher Tabitha would trudge home and climb into bed. At 5:30 a.m. she was up again, creating programs and special things for enrichment in her class. At 8:30 a.m. she walked to school, where she had to supervise in the cafeteria. Madam Maud would already be in her office, all set to scope out the classrooms and snoop at the teachers through the glass in their doorways as they worked. One morning, the class had news for Teacher Tabitha. Bully Brutus is coming back to school. He's coming back today. They didn't look too happy. Bully Brutus? Who is Bully Brutus? The biggest bully in the school, one shy girl said with a quake in her voice. Even Mrs. Mudd is afraid of him. Teacher Tabitha humped. Well, they haven't made a bully yet that I'm afraid of. She said it bravely, but with a name like Bully Brutus, she couldn't be too sure. Just after recess, Madam Maud banged on her classroom door. Next to her stood a large boy. He was older and bigger than the rest of the kids. He smirked at Teacher Tabitha defiantly. This is Brutus, said Madam Maud to Teacher Tabitha. Your new pupil. Just arrived back. Enjoy. Thin old Mudface delivered a triumphant sneer to Teacher Tabitha's surprised face and slapped in her oversized slippers up the corridor to observe the show from a safe distance. Bully Brutus was not long living up to his name. Rebecca, prim and small, was a sensitive girl with long brown hair and a gentle face. And here's Rebecca, prim and small. And guess what? He torments her. She was quiet and attentive and loved to learn. She especially loved art, and every day she would create beautiful works with coloured markers and pencils. Teacher Tabitha decorated the walls with with Rebecca's beautiful pastel colours and scenes. They would lighten up the classroom with joy, and everyone forgot it was 40 below and snowing outside. And this is Rebecca's work, some of Rebecca's work. She was an artist. Bully Brutus would not leave Rebecca alone. He pulled her hair and called her names and shoved his desk next to hers. He would not do any work. Teacher Tabitha tried everything. Maybe he is bored, she said. After all, he is older. So she does all these things to help Bully Brutus, but it doesn't work. Bully Brutus is going to be a bully, and unless something is done, he will keep on being a bully. So Teacher Tabitha decides to do something very original and shocking to find out if she could get the best of Bully Brutus. Because after all, if she doesn't, he would be the last, he would be the thing that would drive her back to Boring Town and away from her job, which she didn't want to leave because she was a very hard worker and she was not a quitter. I'm not going to read any more text today, but I'm just going to tell you about the book and about the plot and what happens and a sort of synopsis of the story. There are a number of very interesting characters in it. There is this Teacher Tabitha, as you can see, it was Teacher Tabitha, and the bully, and Rebecca, and here's Teacher Tabitha walking home here really tired after a hard day. And there's Kimberly Grab-it-all. Kimberly Grab-it-all, who steals things. So she has to deal with her too. And another picture of her there, dealing with Kimberly Grab-it-all. And here's the guy that hated reading until Teacher Tabitha used her tried and true methods on him. And as you can see, now he loves to read. Reading is fun. So she is successful, but she has a hard road to trot because she enters the community, and she didn't like flying either. She hated flying. So this is, she's on her way there on the teeny tiny, super smelly rattle trap, little tiny plane. She encountered a lot of problems, and the thing is, she wasn't getting cooperation from the principal, which made it extra difficult. So she succeeds in the end, but she has, like I said, she got a long road to trot. So the book is fiction. It's an irreverent look at teaching, and it has a bit of poetic justice in it as well, because, well, it's satirical, and she, like I said, she goes against the establishment, but she has success at the end. She succeeds in getting the children to be better people, because some of these children had a lot of issues going on, and the principal would not cooperate to help those children. Teacher Tabitha, I guess, probably had a bit more going on in the psychology department, so she knew how to deal with these children and help to make them become better people and to realize their own potential. So it's fiction, but you may see some truths in there, especially for teachers of the past that traveled long distances to remote places to deliver their services, often unappreciated, and so on. So maybe this book will ring a bell for a lot of people. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. It's funny, it's irreverent, and it's a great story. So I hope you enjoy. I hope the children enjoy, and I hope the adults enjoy. Until next time. Bye. Take care.